they are going to hire and outsource a lot of work to individual digital freelancers sitting in India. If you can become one of those freelancers, it will give you numerous opportunities of making money in US dollar terms. Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So let me start today's video by talking about a few very important data points that can prove to be life-changing. I'm not overselling you, please listen to this part very carefully, it can actually prove to be life-changing. So data point 1, that in roughly early 2000s, one US dollar used to be around 43 INR or Indian rupees. Now we are sitting in 2022, one US dollar is roughly equal to 77 INR. So over the last 20 odd years, INR has depreciated or fallen a lot. Second data point, according to a recent study by IMF, they have predicted that by 2028, one US dollar is roughly going to be around 94.5 INR. So what are we seeing? We are seeing that every single year INR will continue to lose 4 to 5% of its value. So if you're sitting in India making money in INR, every year you will see your real money going down in value, which is a problematic sign. So how is this life changing? Because the story so far looks very depressing. So I'm going to break down career options for you that can help you make money in US dollars, save in US dollars, bring it back to India and enjoy the benefits. So let us get the discussion started, but let me issue some very important quick disclaimers and points. There are three critical points that I would like to discuss very quickly, and then I will move on to discussing career options which can help you earn in US dollars. First point is that when you make money in US dollar and if you bring that back to India, it automatically gets converted into INR. Even if you are earning in US dollar, you don't get paid in US dollar, it gets converted into INR. For example, whatever money I make through YouTube, YouTube pays me or calculates my money in US dollar terms. They probably pay me in US dollar terms, but when it hits my Indian bank account, it automatically gets converted into INR. So this is an important point that you need to remember in mind, that any money that you are getting from abroad in US dollar or Australian dollar or Singapore dollar terms, if it hits your bank account, it will automatically get converted into INR. So this is point number 1. Point number 2 is that there is no GST on exports. This is a wonderful point. For example, if I provide consulting service at $100 in India, then I have to pay GST or charge my clients GST on that service. But if I'm providing $100 worth of consulting service to a US client, then I don't need to charge them GST or pay any GST per se. So this is a wonderful point and it increases the incentive of making money or earning money in USD terms. Third and final point, when it comes to making money in USD through any career options that I'm going to discuss, please think about the competitive advantage that you have, the skill set that you have. Very, very important. People try all types of different stuff that, you know what, my Chacha ji started this import-export business, I will also do the same. Probably your Chacha ji had some kind of competitive advantage. So please go by your strengths, not someone else's strength. Because here the trend is that, you know what, my cousin went to the US, now he's a crorepati, I will also go to the US, I'll become crorepati. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to use a little bit of sense and think really hard what your skill set is or in which area you can develop your skill set. A related point here is that please don't pick up areas or work streams where local context is needed. For example, if you want to do and find a marketing job in the US and you have never been to the US and you go complete your MBA in the US, then also finding a marketing job is going to be tougher compared to any other work stream. These are some of the points that you will understand through our discussion, but I wanted to put these points out as important disclaimers. Now let us get our discussion started on 5 career options that you can explore in terms of making money in USD. And let's start with the most popular option where you go from India, study in the US, find work in the US or any other English speaking country or any other country where you are getting paid in US dollar. So people debate a lot that, hey, should I be going abroad, working abroad, studying abroad? There is like so much expense. Will I get scholarship? Should I even prepare for GMAT, GRE, this, that, right? So, okay, let me give you like a 2-minute overview on this. That will at least help you think in the right direction. Of course, after this, do your further analysis, further research on this topic, but at least this will spark some curiosity in you to at least explore this option. Okay, so let me run down through broad math here. Please don't go super specific on this. Let's do broad math and let me show you some numbers. So should you do it? My argument will be yes, that if you can go study abroad, work abroad, you should definitely do it. There are definite perks to that. Why? You can do a simple cost benefit analysis to uncover that point. So let us take an example where you go to the US, you complete your MBA, you incur a lot of expenses, and then you are also able to find a good job. So a good job I would define as working with top consulting firms, top technology firms, top investment banks, etc. So let us pick one of the examples from there, that you end up working in McKinsey Austin office, and after MBA you get an associate position, and the salary is roughly 177,000 US dollar as outlined here. So this is a somewhat reliable number. So you end up making 177,000 US dollar. Tax would be somewhere around 70.8 or 71,000 US dollar. So your gross becomes 106,000 US dollars. Your expenses. So living expenses in Austin, Texas is roughly 3,500 US dollar for a family of 4 people. So if we even assume 4,000 US dollars, then your total expense over a course of 1 year comes out to be 48,000 US dollar. So your net amount that is saved is roughly 58,000 US dollar or 46 lakh rupees every single year. Okay, now you would say, Akshat, you have missed a very important point here, that if I'm doing an MBA or MS, then I'll have to undertake a lot of expenses, and who will pay my EMI? Okay, so I also missed an important aspect in terms of the pay structure. You get bonuses at majority of the companies or majority of the good companies abroad. So at McKinsey, this bonus can range from roughly between 20,000 US dollars to 50,000 US dollars. So I'm assuming that that money will go into paying your EMI. And I'm doing broad math here. Please don't go super specific on it. So net, you can save a lot of money, especially if you're trying to build a life where you're earning in US dollar and at some point you want to return to India. So working abroad, living abroad for a little bit, aggregating those funds become much easier. So from that viewpoint, you should definitely explore this option. And also going forward, as the US dollar strengthens, this will have no impact here on this 58K, but in INR terms, every year this pool of money goes up by roughly 4%, which is like big jump for you. So this is actually a good thing for you. Of course, do further analysis on it, but I hope that through this brief discussion, you got a sense that, hey, whether you should at least start exploring this option or not. Now let's move on to option number 2, which is YouTubing. All right, so let us discuss some very important points around YouTubing. Since I have grown in the last 1 year with all of your blessings, we are close to 1 million subscribers now. So congratulations to all of us. And thank you so much for supporting me on my YouTube journey. It means the world to me. So I thought that I'll be honest with you and discuss the reality of YouTubing. If you want, I'll make a detailed video on this topic as well. But just to give you a very quick crash course on this, that can you make money from YouTube in USD terms? The answer is yes. YouTube pays you from California or Singapore somewhere, and that money hits your bank account. It automatically gets converted into INR. But your earning is typically graphed into US dollar terms. So technically you are making money in USD. So no problem there. Second key point, that how much money can you make? Now there are thousands of YouTubers who have decoded this better than I would. So I would request you to watch those videos. But just to give you an honest assessment of the earning, it really depends on what level of YouTubing you are. If you're just getting started, then for a very long period of time, your channel might not even get monetized. YouTube is an expensive affair depending on how much time you are investing on it. Are you taking time away from your job? If you are hiring editors to get your videos edited, get your thumbnails made, all that different stuff. If you are a travel YouTuber, then you will have to buy even more expensive gears. So it's a lot of investment also many a times. But just to talk about earning potential, the range is huge. The range is like crazy. People can make a lot of money also, and people do not even make any money also. My viewpoint on that is fairly simple. This is the same viewpoint that I keep on giving on almost every single career path, that if you want to make money on YouTube, then you need to be in the top 5% of people YouTubing, then only you will make money. Otherwise, it's like playing cricket. That in India, almost everyone, or at least the males, they end up playing cricket, but only people who play IPL, Ranji Trophy or international cricket, they are the ones making money in majority of the cases. So YouTubing is also very easy to do. So therefore, competition has skyrocketed in this space. Competition is scaling new heights. It's not an easy game anymore. I'm not trying to scare you, and I'm talking negative things, but I'm just helping you understand the reality. My verdict on YouTubing is very simple, that please do it if you are interested in it. Please don't do it, or at least start YouTubing just because it's a great money making source. Yes, if you are working somewhere, if you enjoy talking about coding, if you enjoy talking about finance, if you enjoy talking about career related things, then start a channel, see how it goes, experiment and learn from that, whether this is a career field that is good for you or not. not. One final very important point that I will tell you about YouTubing is that YouTubing is not a very reliable source of income. People assume that I'm a YouTuber. I'm not. YouTube only takes up 10-15% of my time. Majority of my other businesses, other things that I do, running a VC fund, managing my own businesses, etc., that takes up majority of my time. So even I am not dependent on YouTube per se. YouTube is a passion for me. I love speaking with all of you, so I keep on showing up every day. And hopefully I will continue to do that as long as it is adding value to all of you. So yeah, consider YouTube as a great side income which can help you earn in US dollar. Now, let's move on to option number 3, because the first two options, you will say, Akshat, it's a lot of commitment, going abroad, studying, starting YouTube, showing our faces, and people create a lot of gadar on YouTube also. I might not have a thick skin like you, etc. So, okay. So let us discuss easier options of making money in US dollar terms. Okay, so this brings us to option number 3, which are play to earn games. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, I will have to talk about cryptos here because play to earn economy is booming up in the crypto space. Now, this has got nothing to do with investments per se. I am talking purely from games point of view, and let me use the example of Axie Infinity. Now, Axie Infinity is a game that exists on a blockchain and it uses a token called as Axie tokens. Now, in Philippines, what happened was that in 2020, there was COVID situation. People were losing their jobs, and a lot of gamers and a lot of normal people also who were not interested in gaming, they learned that, hey, if you can go play Axie Infinity, you can make money. So they started playing Axie Infinity and they started making money up to $100 a day, which was much more compared to their regular job income. Situation got so crazy in Philippines that government had to eventually come in and try to figure out how to tax people who are playing Axie Infinity. So that is how popular these games are in Southeast Asian cultures, and they are gaining more and more prominence by the day because there is a real catch of making money. Can you do the same in India? So right now I have invested in a company called as Totality Corp. They have created a gaming metaverse called as Zionverse, and there are a range of options of playing these games and making money, and also through by buying NFTs in it, and it has functionalities that are being developed that can help you earn in US dollar as well, very similar to Axie Infinity. So these are your options. I'm not saying that, you know what, start playing like play to earn games. I'm just helping you understand all the options that are out there, and then finally you can make a call whichever options or whichever set of options work best for you. So I hope this point is clear. So let's move on to career path number 4, which is called as freelancing. Now, freelancing is one of the key things or key developments that is happening in careers all across the globe. Let me talk about a very interesting data point here, that by roughly 2027 in the US, 51% of their workforce will be digital freelancers. They will not be employed by regular companies. They might be starting their own work, working from home, creating their own independent businesses. And guess what? What type of help they will require? They will require help in terms of outsourcing work. They will require help in terms of coding. They will require help in terms of virtual assistants. They will require help in terms of basic administration. They will require help in terms of sales. And what would be the objective of these individual creators or individual digital nomads in terms of running their business? One of their primary concerns would be that, hey, can I outsource majority of this work to developing countries, for example, India, and hire people who are technically qualified and they can communicate well. So if you're technically qualified and you understand basic tech, plus you have basic communication skills or hopefully better communication skills, you can participate and grow with this economy. This is going to be huge for a country like India. Think about it this way, that this outsourcing of work right now happens through companies like TCS. That a TCS-like company will go to US clients. US clients will give work to TCS, and then TCS will hire Indian engineers and get that work done. So this is happening at an organizational level. So what will start happening next by 2027? It's very evident that individuals all across the globe, especially like countries like US, Australia, Germany, etc., they are going to hire and outsource a lot of work to individual digital freelancers sitting in India. If you can become one of those freelancers, it will give you numerous opportunities of making money in US dollar terms. Now you might have two questions. One is that on what subjects can I do this freelancing? So you can literally pick any subject, right from coding, right from teaching, right from becoming a digital assistant. All these different avenues are available for you. So just pick any skill, learn a little bit about it, and you can start your freelancing career. So this is what you can do on. The second part is more complicated, that okay, you have built your skills in something, let's say video editing. Now how do you go and find clients, and what are some of the key things that you must remember? Okay, so let me help you understand few of the key points. First and foremost, you must build your portfolio. Building a portfolio simply means that, let's say that if you're a video editor, then whichever client you have helped out in the past, or even if you have edited some of the videos for free, keep a ready reckoner or keep a portfolio ready. Just upload it on a drive, link it to your Fiverr profile or other social media profiles. Because these days, if you just simply go and say that, you know what, I'm a video editor, please give me some work, no one is going to do that. They are always going to ask you for your portfolio. So having a portfolio is critical for you. So this is the starting step number one. Second key thing, you must indicate subject matter expertise. For example, if you are a video editor, then you must have very clear understanding as to how you can improve someone else's videos. If you're watching this video and if you're a video editor, you can analyze this video and say that, okay, these are 10 places where improvement on editing could have happened. So that can show your subject matter expertise to relevant set of audiences. Now you make similar commentary on different social media platforms. For example, LinkedIn is a great place of winning businesses. You must understand and operate LinkedIn on a day-to-day basis. If you're not on LinkedIn, you are missing out some very critical opportunities that are out there. So building a good LinkedIn profile, using a good LinkedIn picture, writing a good LinkedIn bio, aggregating your portfolio and putting it on LinkedIn, all these are basic things that will help you get started in the digital economy. Now comes the third point, which is around acquiring client. Now, finding clients is not that difficult. There are forums like LinkedIn. If you are a video editor, you can also go to places like Fiverr, and there are a bunch of other different things that you can Google and figure out. So that is not a problem. Problem happens in terms of how you are communicating with these global clients. Many a times we don't know how to write like basic messages or basic emails, and internationally, clients take this very negatively. So please refine your communication skills at least up to an extent. Learn how to write impressive emails. These are basic things that can create massive difference in terms of the type of business that you're winning. Now there is another way of winning client, which is called as moonlighting. I have spoken about it on one of my earlier videos. TCS, Infosys employees are doing it, and bunch of other IT employees are also doing it. Let me know in the comment box what moonlighting is. In case you don't know, please Google it and let me know. So bottom line, this freelancing economy is going to grow. This gives you massive opportunities in terms of making money, irrespective of whatever your field of expertise is. And I'm extremely excited about this space because this gives you so much freedom in terms of making good money, sitting at home, serving clients abroad and getting rich in the process. Definitely look into it. Definitely learn more about it. This is a game-changing thing that you must start working towards. Now comes the extended and final version of it, and this is the fifth and final career path that I will speak about, and this is consulting. Now, consulting is nothing but an advanced stage of freelancing, so to say. For example, I work as a consultant. Why? Because I'm fairly senior in terms of the domain or area of work where I am. I have worked with top consulting firms in the past, so there is a pull factor to my profile. So clients automatically reach out to me, companies invite me to speak at different forums, events, etc. So I meet a lot of business experts, I meet potential clients who need my expertise. I also meet a lot of startups. So a lot of startups reach out to me in terms of figuring out how to enter the Indian market. So given my expertise that I built and worked as a management consultant, it has allowed me to become a consulting expert in my area of domain. I can speak about finance, I can speak about cryptocurrencies. So these are some of the areas that I've strengthened over time, and I've spent a lot of time learning about these things. Now, consulting is nothing but a natural extension of your freelancing career, so to say. The more projects that you do, the more expertise that you build, the more the clients will trust you and give you consulting oriented work. Now comes the natural question that, hey, in what fields can I become a consultant? So you can become a consultant in literally any field, right from social media, right from startups, right from marketing, right from digital marketing. The avenues are endless. The important point is that you must narrow down your field of expertise. That's part A. And part B is that you must learn how to communicate that expertise. Because we live in a world where the competition is growing day by day. If you don't identify your niche and communicate that niche to your clients, you are missing out on massive opportunities, so to say. So just to recap, if you are in very early stages, then think about how you can go abroad, learn about different cultures, probably work in a different culture. This will give you massive opportunities of making money in US dollar. Second career option that you can experiment with is YouTube. Please run it as an experiment in the early stage. Don't go full in, so to say, because it's highly volatile. If you are slightly senior and if you are taking a slightly long-term view, then think about freelancing, digital economy, and finally explore play to earn games. It is becoming more and more prominent and is presenting excellent opportunities of making money. These are all the options that you can explore in terms of earning in US dollars. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please press the like button and I will see you tomorrow.